happy to see you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
A lonely watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself.
So all this, kidnapping Shion, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time?
I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Bullrun, and free those you've enslaved!
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Anything in armor is all mine!
By the power of shadow!
I can carve through armor!
Lightning!
Ready to arcade! Denied!
I'll heal you all! Here goes!
Take this.
Lightning dash!
Take this.
He just won't stay still! You can draw his attention. I'll pin him down. I'm on it! Slice! How about some of this?
Try this!
Take that.
Water, hear my call! Spread! Glacial spear!
Infernal torrent!
Die.
Holy land!
now!
Let me help.
Did we get him?
He's open!
Let's
go! Eagle Fly!
Take
Not
this!
in your dreams!
Take this!
Move energy!
I'm ready!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Is that it?
I never
Inside me,
miss!
yours to be let free! Burn in hell!
Anything in armor is all mine! Watch this!
First aid! Here goes! What's he planning?
Now this is
This
enjoyable.
looks bad! We've got to stop him! Illuminate the south!
Lightning Club!
Take that. Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Take this. That's far enough.
Healing circle! Make some lightning!
Try harder!
Take
I'm
this!
on it!
Back into the fray!
In a bind?
Lightning orb!
Eat this!
Lightning through! Thunderblade! Holy
I'll finish you here and now!
Archreal fury!
That's far
Not
enough.
on my watch!
Ignite!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here I come!
Eagle
It's over!
Healing circle force!
I can carve through armor! Denied! I really owe you one.
This one's mine!
Just
I'll
like
end
that.
you!
Try this! Infernal torrent!
Now this is enjoyable. How about some of this?
What's this?
Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark!
Take that.
Here I go! Holy land!
Infernal torrent!
Can't get out of this!
That's far enough. Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying.
Wind after land! Illuminate the dark! Here, let me help! First aid!
Try harder!
Illuminate the
Blade
dark!
inside me! You're lucky! Eat this!
That's far enough.
Here, let
You
me help!
require a hand.
First aid!
Leave these smelling to me.
To me!
Can't get out of
Here's
this!
a close one!
An
Here
astral
goes!
art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Far enough!
Water!
Now you see what I can do. I'm on a roll now!
Flood! Here goes!
Take
Be
this.
still!
I never miss!
Rolling snap!
Lightning orb! Here,
Lightning
let me
thrust!
help!
Here I am! Here I
That's freaking done it!
Take this.
Can't get out of this!
Here, let me help!
Try this! Finish! Look sharp!
Lightning Thunderblade!
Got him! It's all over. Vol run. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being your own sovereign.
That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, our victor. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as slaves. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is for the weak. The powerful care only for domination.
We never asked for the rules. No one did.
What do I care if you're one? You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alvin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Raging cascade! Water! Hear my call!
I'll tear you
Blood!
apart!
That's too much.
Thunderfield! Put them locked in the wind!
Not my finest.
Stay away from my friends.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Aaron.
Resuscitation! Here, let me help! I can't heal you forever! Hear me! Glacial spear! Here's the evil! Freeze Blazer!
Nothing gets by me!
First
I
aid!
really need one.
Lightning orb!
Swallow blade.
Illuminated sun!
You're right. This one's all mine.
Not my finest.
You'll pay for that.
Here, let me...
That's much better.
First aid!
Did I?
Hear my call!
In a bind?
I still got some fight left in me. Water! Hear my call! Spread! Thunderblade!
Not done yet.
Into the shadows! Photon measure! The dark lightning! Deliver! Holy lamp!
Aaron.
Radiant eat dirt! I'm out of ammo! Where are you going?
I'm on it.
Ready to go! I'm all stuffed up!
I'm on it.
Here goes! Annihilation! Not in your
shall bow
dreams!
before me.
Phoenix Flame! Reload! Gale Force! Lunar Corruption! He's too fast to keep up with! Then we'll take him together! Rinwell, follow my lead! Okay!
I'll provide cover. No.
Impudent.
Deny! I can carve through armor! All shall bow before me! I'm just getting started!
Try this.
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
All shall bow before
Swallow
me!
blade. Try this.
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this.
Here goes! Take this! There!
Wretched worm. No!
Everyone together!
I'll shoot him down! Do it!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
No
This one's
complaint.
mine! I never miss! Wind Astral Energy!
What's this?
No further. Kneel before your sovereign.
I'll heal you all!
Swallow blade. Your life will end here.
He's about to attack! Him! We need to stop him!
Not I am the proof of it. All others shall be banished.
Down to the wind! Air thrust!
Try harder.
Could this... be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this?
Here I come! I'll smash you!
I'll be saving.
I shall
This should do it!
Prepare to be seen!
I'll destroy you!
No further!
Mega Ray! Holy
Leave
Land!
the charges to me! Deny! Hurricane!
Radiant
Die
Fire!
already!
Raging Storm! First Aid!
Too fast! Stand back! I'll check it out!
Let them learn!
Infernal turret!
Annihilation! Where are you going?
Try harder! Swallow dance!
I'll
finish you here now! Infernal turret! Now or never! Accept your fate! You're done!
Take this!
Into the shadows!
This
Lightning
one's all
Orb!
mine! I shall be the ruler of all things! Not today!
Holy Cover!
Hurricane!
Holy Land!
Inferno punch! Swallow blade! Try this!
Healing Circle!
Infernal turret! Shattering us to pieces! Attack us! Leave the charge to me! There! You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that.
Will this help?
I'm on it! Try harder! Oh, you will pay for that! I shall erase you! I'll tear you apart! Try this! I'll destroy turret! What's this? Take this! Thanks! Swallow dance! Kneel before your sovereign! Run!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
What do you think you can do? This guy's still standing? Victory! Throne! Everything rightfully belongs to me! I have seen the powers! Moves over and crushes all of his feet! You are next!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so.
There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Shion's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
Is that darkness? A dark Master Core?
Renis Alma!
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Harros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renaissance, the present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Danans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Danans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there. Not this way, I guess.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renaissance actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegus would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renaissance formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renaissance? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that red woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renaissance, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renaissance sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Guess I misread the landing.
Very well.
Well,
Hey. Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just damning from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourself.
Burn it all! Can you take it? Take this!
Thunder field!
Destruction! I'll smash you! At least it's deity! Try this!
Field!
Here I come! Be still! At least it's deity! Mirage! You're finished!
I'm ready.
Hear my call! That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, dude.
actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way,
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renins tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menencia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.